An exquisite Southeast European country with a large number of islands spanning the length of the Aegean and the Ionian Sea, Greece is one of the most delightful places to live in terms of overall natural beauty and landscapes. But there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. The country features an excellent, friendly local population that is welcoming to retirees and expats alike, treating them with a Greek hospitality and one of the healthiest diets in the world. Aside from this, it can be very affordable to live and buy property as long as one chooses the right spot. Of course, budget-oriented people need to steer clear of its pricey tourist destinations like Santorini and Mykonos, which are notorious for hosting Hollywood celebs and the global elites. While when it comes to visa policies, the country offers several types of residence permits for financially independent individuals and a dedicated golden visa for retirees. However, residents of EU member countries and citizens of the USA and Canada may stay in the country without visas for up to 90 days. So, from mainland to its picturesque islands, here are the 12 best places to live or retire comfortably in Greece. Number 12. Kavala. The city of Kavala is nested in the northeastern part of Greece, in the province of Eastern Macedonia. Roman and Ottoman empires used to rule here throughout the centuries, and one can see remnants of their influence, especially in its old town. Nowadays, it's the center of trade and tourism in the northern part of Greece, as well as a major seaport with a bustling atmosphere offering decent amount of restaurants, malls, and services. On the downside, not many foreign communities reside in the city. Only a minuscule amount of remote workers tend to move here in peak seasons. But nevertheless, the city is still very diverse and carries influences from many Eastern European nations. Moreover, it receives its fair share of tourists each year, and several investors tend to buy cheap beachfront apartments here. The cost of living in this city is also very affordable. Most of its native dwellers live easily under $800 per month. Number 11. Nea Propontida. This is a large-scale municipality located in the southernmost part of Central Macedonian region of Greece. It's dotted with an abundance of beachfront settlements where the sea is ideally clean and doesn't contain any remains of city's footprint. Many foreign and local investors buy properties in the coastal areas of this region as it offers many gated communities and beachfront condominiums. Plus, despite being secluded, most of the areas in this municipality offer decent and developed infrastructure. There's absolutely everything for day-to-day living for all ages: banks, transportation, hospitals, and all the modern-day amenities. Overall, it provides an active all-year-round lifestyle with closeness to major cities. All these make Nea Propontida an ideal area for buying property, especially for those who want to retire in Greece throughout the year. Number 10. Lefkada Island. Lefkada is an astonishingly beautiful island located in the Ionian Sea in the western part of Greece, about 120 kilometers away from Athens. Its biggest advantage is its connection to the mainland via a causeway and floating bridge, allowing for great flexibility when it comes to traveling. One can simply use a car or bus instead of relying on ferries and boats. Unlike the neighboring island of Kefalonia, Lefkada is considerably cheaper, be it in terms of accommodation, eating out, and amenities. It's also a well-known sailing destination due to its safe sea waters and a first-class marina, which can be a great base for exploring the coast of western Greece. All things considered, it offers everything one requires to live throughout the year. Number 9. Kalamata. Known for its world-famous olives, Kalamata is an important coastal suburban center and port located in the southern Peloponnese region in Greece, around 240 kilometers southwest of Athens. It's a lively and bustling city with numerous stores, cafes, shops, and restaurants. A decent amount of foreign retirees have racked up properties and are settled in this city. As residential properties are relatively cheap in Kalamata, its median listing for a one-bedroom apartment is around $80,000. While larger properties near the beach are more luxurious and expensive, when it comes to the cost of living, a single person can easily reside in its main hub under a monthly budget of $1,000. In addition, there's an international airport at Kalamata, which is busiest during summer season and hosts direct flights from many major EU countries. Number 8. Lesvos Island. Greece's third largest island, Lesvos, is located in the northeastern Aegean Sea, around 6 miles west of Turkey. The difference between Europe and Asia is only 7 kilometers here. It boasts a year-round population and all the infrastructure, including an international airport and regular ferry connections to facilitate its inhabitants at any time of year. Furthermore, it's a charming island full of ancient castles, monasteries, a Roman aqueduct, temples, and an abundance of olive groves. The island is not like the typical Greek islands where mass tourism is prevalent. Instead, Lesbos Island is still a place where one can find the authentic Greek laid-back lifestyle with hints of Turkish influence. Despite being away from mainland Greece, the cost of living on the island is affordable, food products, vegetables, and housing are extremely cheap here, and there are no import duties as well. Number 7. Patras. The third largest city of the country, Patras, is located in the northern Peloponnese and is the capital of the region of western Greece. The layout of the city is built at the foot of a glorious mountain overlooking the Gulf of Patras, from where it gets its name. It's a city with a rich history, culture, and its many monuments, as well as its carnival, which is one of the largest in Europe. Its proximity to the sea and mountains makes it a real haven for anyone who wants to enjoy the Greek countryside or is just a fan of the outdoors. Apart from this, the city boasts a great quality of life, accessibility to other major towns nearby, as well as affordability. Number 6. Zakynthos. The third largest of the Greek Ionian islands, Zakynthos is well known for its party atmosphere and nightlife, with white sand beaches lapped by turquoise seas and dramatic rocks plunging into the blue. There's an obvious reason for people wanting to live or retire on this island. At first glance, it may seem like an expensive place to reside in long term, but it's not as expensive as Santorini and the nearby Kefalonia. The most expensive place to reside on this island is its main town of Zante, but it's one of the larger Greek islands, which means there's quite a lot of places offering lower expenses. As a whole, the average cost of living for a single individual on this island is under $1,500, with rent being the highest contributor. Number 5. Thessaloniki. A port city in the northeast of the country, Thessaloniki is known for being quite different from the rest of Greece, as it draws in influences from the Balkan Peninsula, from Turkey, from the Mediterranean, and from the Slavic peoples of nearby North Macedonia. Apart from its historic and cultural elements, it's also a main transport hub for Southeast Europe and hosts many major economic, industrial, commercial, and political centers of the country. However, this large-scale city is less appealing to retirees as it's anything but small and quiet. Nevertheless, if the idea of living in an affordable city with access to multiple weekend vacation spots is of interest, Thessaloniki is worth a consideration. Other things in its favor are its low cost of living, as it's not too difficult to get by on under $1,200 a month. Number 4. Athens. While a bit more expensive than Thessaloniki and far less appealing to retirees, Athens is certainly worth a mention. Despite its major drawbacks like congested traffic, high rate of unemployment combined with decaying streets and gloomy suburbs, it remains the heartbeat of the nation and is one of the best options for digital nomads in Greece. Plus, according to recent data of crime rates across Europe's largest cities, Athens is safer than many of its counterparts. It's statistically safer than Rome, Paris, and even Brussels. Additionally, its size serves to be an advantage to some, and it should be a bit easier to meet a wider range of people in Athens than in some of the other mainland cities that attract very few digital nomads, remote workers, or international folks. What's more, people with different brackets of budget can reside here, be it $800 per month or even $2,000 per month. Number 3. Rhodes, Greece. Bordered by the Aegean Sea and its turquoise waters, Rhodes is one of the most touristic islands in Greece, just a few kilometers from the Turkish coast. Its population is just over 120,000 permanent inhabitants, a figure that multiplies during the tourist season. In addition, many snowbirds from Scandinavia and Western Europe make their way to this island each year and have invested in its local real estate market. Apart from this, its interior boasts an immense amount of small villages and rural settlements that are perfect for those on a budget. But as with most of the islands in this region, Rhodes is pretty expensive. That is, if you choose to live here in peak seasons. Number 2. Corfu. Overlooking the Albanian coast at the top end of the Ionian Sea, Corfu is considered to be a real stunner. It's often touted to be the cheapest of all the mainstream Greek islands. While it does still rank as one of the most expensive places to live in all of Greece, it's still relatively affordable by most European standards. Less than half the size of Rhodes, Corfu can get a bit crowded and touristy during the summer months, but it's a really good location with ferry links to all nearby countries. As a whole, it's a nice option for anyone looking for an outdoorsy island life with an international atmosphere and great infrastructure. Number 1. Crete. By far the biggest and most populous Greek island is Crete. Approximately 700,000 people live here permanently, with many more visiting each year. It's a great destination for those looking to live close to both the sea and the mountains, with lots of places to choose from. With mild weather, pristine beaches, great offerings for food connoisseurs, as well as wine lovers, hundreds of ancient historical sites, breathtaking landscapes, hiking paths, and a buzzing nightlife, Crete has got it all and caters to every kind of group. From young nomads looking to just reside here for scenic experiences to retirees thinking of spending their golden years in comfort.